For the third year, Dave Campbell's Texas Football has partnered with the Children's Health Andrews Institute to shine the light on student training programs across North Texas with the Team Behind the Team Award. This year, 11 finalists have been selected to compete for the Team Behind the Team Student Training Program of the Year Award and a chance to receive a $2,500 donation to their school's athletic training program. In addition, we are proud to recognize 2 student athletes from each school who worked with the student training program to overcome injury and return to their sport with the Comeback Athlete Award. Each student will receive $250 in tuition assistance to the college of their choice. And today we are proud to spotlight Flower Mound High School. And joining us today is the head athletic trainer for the Flower Mound Jaguars, Cody Yansky, student athletes, Landon Weidner and Karenna Miller. And we got a big crew down there with the student trainers with Brooke Winters, Emily White, Leah Biskey, Kate Dalby, Nia Callahan, Lillian Daniels, and Sophia Clark. And of course, last but not least, on behalf of the Children's Health Andrews Institute, Miss Michelle Zamet. First of all, thank you all for joining us here to celebrate Flower Mound High School and their student training staff. We can't thank you guys enough for all that you do for the Flower Mound High School community. Cody, we'll go ahead and begin with you. Tell us your reaction when you found out Flower Mound High School and your student trainers were selected as finalists for the Team Behind the Team Student Training Program of the Year Award.
Well, it's always an honor to be nominated for any type of award, especially when it involves your kiddos. And these group of kids spend a lot of time doing a lot of things with Flower Mound High School athletes and don't always get the recognition that they deserve. But it's what's beautiful about our kids is that, they don't do it for the recognition, but when they do get the chance to be recognized, we want to make sure we do the best we can for them. So it was an honor, and it's just great to know that the work that these kids do doesn't go unrecognized.
Absolutely. And kind of going behind the scenes a little bit, tell us about the work that they put in, that others maybe not as close to the student training program may not recognize or see.
Well, that's a pretty loaded question there. These kids spend a lot of time of their free time out helping other kids, especially out there right now during football season. You're looking at, nice hot days where we're trying to keep kids afloat and trying to keep them up and upright while we're trying to run around and make our way through football practice when we're looking at 110, 115 heat index most days right now. So, but these kids give up all their time and their efforts for other kids to shine, not for them to shine, but for all the other kids on our programs to make their way and to be able to be high level athletes that, up here in 6A world that we live in here in North Texas. So it's basically like running a small college most days. So these kids, anywhere from about 12 hours a week that they're giving up their time to help not only with our football programs, but with our baseball, soccer girls and guys, and wrestling and softball. I mean, you just name it, the gamut. All of it's still going all the time. Just because it's football season doesn't mean the other sports aren't rocking and rolling as well.
And not only is it in the 100 degrees, but it's during a pandemic too. So they're working, I'm sure, twice as hard as they would in just a regular, normal year. But anyway, Landon and Karenna, congratulations again on being selected as our Comeback Athlete Award winners. It does take a lot of dedication and strength to get back to your sport after an injury, really, no matter how big or small it was. Landon, we'll go ahead and start this off with you. How much of an impact did your student trainers really have on your return to baseball?
So basically, I would come in every day and I would just see the exact same people every day doing what they're supposed to do, doing their job. And Coach Jay and Coach Dunham and Coach T, they're always have everything really organized. They know what they're doing. It just makes the process so much easier.
And Karenna, same question over to you. How much of an impact did your student trainers have on your return to soccer?
No, yeah, I was able to come every day, sometimes twice a day, and then they had different setups. They had different drills and workouts for me to do every single day. For like about 3 weeks, I wasn't going to return to play. And so Coach Jay was really able to help me do lateral drills and everything that I'm doing in return to play now. So I had a head start. And so at setting everything up.
That's awesome. And Emily, tell us what you enjoy most about being a student trainer at Flower Mound High School.
I enjoy that I get to know a lot of new people and I get to be involved in sports, but I don't have to play a sport. And I also like the part how it involves like medical things. Like you can learn about a lot of different things that Coach J, Coach T, and Coach Dunham use every single day that aligns with the medical stuff. So if you ever like want to do medical things in your future, this is a great program to be involved in, and then it just opens my eyes to a lot of new career paths in the future, and it really prepares me for a future in medicine.
Now, and now you just kind of mentioned this is something you want to do in college, correct?
I wouldn't say athletic training, but it definitely had opened up my eyes to like nursing or other career paths that kind of involve medical stuff, I guess.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. And I have to ask you before I move on, during such a crazy time, what has the start of this year kind of been like for you and your fellow trainers?
It's been a little crazy. Last season, it was really crazy because of COVID. We had to stay socially distanced the entire time. So this year, we've been kind of kicked back into normal stuff, and we're kind of going full speed ahead right now. But I like it a lot more because we don't have to stay so restricted and everything. So it's a lot more open. We get to hang out with each other a lot more and have a more open environment with each other.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll be getting back to normal very soon. And Michelle, why was it important for the Children's Health Andrews Institute to partner with Dave Campbell's Texas Football to support local high schools and students even committed to athletic training?
I think the most important thing for us at Children's Health Andrews Institute in partnering with Dave Campbell's Texas Football is to really take the time and recognize and highlight all the hard work that our athletic trainers and student athletic trainers within the community really put in to serve our student athlete populations at all the schools.
And really in such an unpredictable time, what advice can you share with Flower Mound High School as they try and just navigate through this year?
I think one thing is just to continue to educate, themselves on the athletic training profession and be able to just be adaptable. I mean, we're all going through a bunch of constant changes right now, and we're kind of forced to act on the fly. So I think all these student athletic trainers do a really good job providing the best care possible for these student athletes, and just kind of got to be creative with the circumstances we're given.
I completely agree. And Cody, what does it mean to you to have partners like the Children's Health Andrews Institute recognize athletic programs really not only at Flower Mound High School, but across North Texas?
Well, you're only as good as your community. And we've always had a really good community here at Flower Mound High School. And we've just recently started working with Andrews Institute, especially with their concussion parts that they have in their department down there in Plano. And they have been an unbelievable asset for us. It's been amazing to have one of their fellows on our sidelines now for our football games. Gus Price is the guy that's been coming down and working with us. And it's just nice to have that collaboration with such high level concussion management department down there that it's just making us better, and it's making our athletes get back quicker and safer too. So it's just been amazing to have that group and to have that support from Andrews Institute.
Absolutely. And it does make such a difference during such a weird time like right now. Well, Landon and Karenna, I will leave the last question up to you guys. Landon, we'll start with you. Do you have any final words or thoughts for the Children's Health Andrews Institute that you'd like to say?
I just want to say thank you to everyone that was involved, that helped us get this award and be recognized for all the hard work that everyone here does.
Absolutely. And Karenna, over to you. Last question. Do you have any final words or thoughts that you would like to say?
I just want to say thank you for the honor of being able to recognize us. We're in here every day working so hard. Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, guys, on behalf of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and the Children's Health Andrews Institute, congratulations to Flower Mound High School and their training staff on being selected as one of the 11 finalists for the Team Behind the Team Student Training Program of the Year Award. Voting will take place at the end of the year, and Flower Mound fans, it's going to be up to y'all to vote and rally the Jaguars training staff to the very top. Landon and Karenna, congratulations again on being named the recipients of the Comeback Athlete Award. Best of luck to you this season and beyond. Flower Mound High School student trainers, thank you for all that you do to keep your student athletes safe and healthy all year round. And last but not least, thank you, Michelle, and the Children's Health Andrews Institute for your continued support of the student training program across North Texas.